can see the water coming right on up. Liberty Bell 7, this is 9 card file. We have your entry in the water will be over you in just about 30 seconds from it.
It was an unforgettable moment from the dawn of the space age.
Liberty Bell 7, are you ready for takeoff?
A carefully rehearsed operation to retrieve America's second man in space, Gus Grissom, and his historic Mercury space capsule, Liberty Bell 7. A picture-perfect operation until the last minute. The hatch blew open. Seawater flooded the capsule. An American hero struggled to save his life. Inches above the water, a Marine pilot fought to stay aloft and hold on to the capsule. But a ton of water proved too much. Grissom was pulled to safety. But just minutes after touching outer space, Liberty Bell 7 was swallowed by the Atlantic. Lost at sea, 3 miles deep.
What? Okay, Artie. Go ahead and boom up. Boom it up.
Now, 38 years later, a team of underwater explorers prepare to set sail from the port of Cape Canaveral, Florida, on their own high-stakes Mercury mission.
Okay, boom it up. Okay, boom it up.
Their vehicle, a high-tech underwater search and retrieval robot. Their destination, a featureless stretch of ocean, 100 miles north of the Bahamas. Their mission, to find and recover Gus Grissom's lost space capsule, to raise Liberty Bell 7. The story of Liberty Bell 7 and America's quest for the moon all began here, on this fire-scarred patch of concrete, back in 1961. For more than a decade, Kurt Newport has pursued a personal quest to recover America's second manned spacecraft, Gus Grissom's Liberty Bell.
Things were a lot different back then with spaceflight. I mean, this, I call this like backyard or garage spaceflight. These are very simple missiles. This was the state of the art in missile technology in 1961. I mean, this was the best that we had.
Today, Gus Grissom's invaluable contributions to America's space program have been largely forgotten.
Grissom was pretty high in the pecking order. Many people thought Grissom was the best stick and rudder man of all of the Mercury astronauts.
Perhaps by finding Liberty Bell, Kurt's quest will cast new light on a man who would lose his life reaching for the moon. On the docks next to the Kennedy Space Center, Kurt directs the search team as they prepare to launch a robot to the bottom of the ocean. Kurt has spent over 20 years exploring deep waters around the world, working on wrecked planes, undersea cables, and offshore oil rigs. But this job is different.
I don't think there's any way we are coming back into Florida without that thing on deck. We got to find it. That's the main thing.
Okay, now I want you to start hydraulics.
For the first time, Kurt is leading his own expedition,
Good, now rotate.
putting his reputation and his career on the line.
I think it's landed just like it landed 38 years ago. That's what I think. I guess we'll find out who's right.
It will take Kurt and the crew aboard the workboat Needham Tide 24 hours to reach the waters where Liberty Bell splashed down. A trip that took Gus Grissom just 15 minutes. The flight of Mercury Redstone 4 carried Grissom and his capsule 300 miles off the Florida coast. But the exact site of the splashdown is impossible to pin down. Liberty Bell was tracked by radar, but as the main parachute opened, the capsule began to fall below the radar ceiling. Splashdown coordinates represent the tracker's best estimates. Kurt's research has focused on 8 conflicting navigation fixes. The result? A search area 3 miles wide and 8 miles long. 24 square miles of open ocean water.
The basic bottom line in something like this is, in my opinion, what you want to do is stack the decks and load the dice in your favor so that you're not playing fair. You're searching a big enough area that you're pretty sure that it's going to be in there somewhere. Now, obviously, there has to be some realism to this because we can't search the whole Atlantic Ocean.
The initial deep-water reconnaissance mission will be conducted by Ocean Explorer 6000, a state-of-the-art side-scan sonar. For extra insurance, the high-tech system gets an old-fashioned good luck charm. Lamb chop.
Not taking any chances here. We need some serious divine guidance.
For crew, Kurt has turned to people he trusts, offshore specialists from Oceaneering International. To examine the ocean floor at these depths, the sonar must be sent to the bottom, 15,000 feet down. Signals will be relayed back to the ship via an umbilical cord more than 4 miles long. Armored with a triple layer of steel cables, the tether can stand over 20 tons of shock. The team will spend days towing the sonar through a series of 9 search lines, scanning an area the size of Manhattan for an object little larger than a refrigerator. They call the process mowing the lawn. Gravity will pull the sonar to the bottom, but it will take 4 hours to reach the ocean floor, 3 miles down, a half-mile deeper than the Titanic. Somewhere down below lies a 9-foot titanium nose cone, a needle lost in a 24-square-mile haystack 38 years ago.